Okay, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Crypto Report. Hope everybody's doing great today. Happy Thursday. I hope everybody's doing wonderful. Today, got a couple stories to talk to you guys about, specifically crypto flipping bullish in Q3. We got to wait till Q3. Well, that's what Coinbase is talking about. Let's talk about Coinbase's predictions coming up for the crypto market versus, what we're looking at here on the channel. Are they in line? Are they different? China discussing a Bitcoin reserve for 2025. Possibly these are some things to look forward to. There's a lot to look forward to in crypto. What comes next? Well, let's chat a little bit about it in this one. Sorry for the late stream, folks. I had a very busy morning. Work had summoned me, so I had to do some work this morning. And to all my moderators in the chat, I need some help. I need some help. We got a lot of bots in the chat, so if you can help out, much appreciated, guys. Matt Crafter, thank you. Thank you. Matt, are you a mod? Matt Crafter, are you a mod yet? Guess what? You are now, sir. You are now, sir. Standard moderator. Thanks, Matt. I hope you're doing well. All right, guys. So, yeah, we got busy mods in the chat. We got a lot of craziness going on there. So be careful for all these bots. You're a mod now, Matt. Appreciate you. All right, guys. Welcome back. Like I said, kind of a crazy morning for me. Good morning, actually. Got some deals happening in the real world. But let's talk about the deal with crypto. In that crypto world, today Solana is a top trending token, getting a little bit of a boost up today. Bitcoin is back above 85K, but not out of the woods yet. You might be surprised to see what Coinbase is saying about these markets, and I want to talk to you guys about it. The Fed came out and spoke yesterday. I got to talk to you about the Fed's comments yesterday and what the effect here is on the market. So quite a few things to get into here. Tap that like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel for more content as well. Trying a new title today. Let's see how many viewers we get in here today. I'm very curious to see how many folks pop on in. But okay, so getting into it, let's look at our big gainers, big losers. Always kind of how I like to start this. Render's up a little bit today. Artificial Superintelligence Alliance is up today. Probably coming on some of the news about NVIDIA getting a little bit more even further into the AI game. Probably why we're seeing some of these pop off today. Not 100% sure why Solana is getting a move up today, but we just are seeing a general crypto bounce of sorts today. Our total market cap level, guys, still hanging out in that key range that I've been talking to you guys about, right at this key level. If we can get this green candle to close above this yellow trend line, maybe we do get a bounce here. Bitcoin dominance has been shooting up. It's just 0.04% down right now, I guess. I don't understand why it says 0.0% down. I mean, it's shooting up. It's still shooting up, and it could come a lot higher. In the meantime, we are at the mercy of the Fed, at tariffs, and just what the reality is of this market. So let's look at some of these news stories, folks. First up, we'll start with this one. I can't really remember if I chatted about this with you guys yesterday. I know I did a short about it at least, but on the thumbnail, I wrote, what comes next for crypto? Well, first it was the U.S. adopting a national strategic reserve. Now it's China, and there will be many others to follow in suit. Now, this isn't official, but all that crypto that they got from criminal activity, they're probably going to hang on to it. This is a big deal. On the good news coming from China, there's still bad news here. Crypto stocks under a new phase of trade war. U.S.-China tensions rise. Thin confidence and positioning, according to market analysts. People are not liking how this is shaping up right now. Things just seem to keep escalating. Fears will continue to escalate. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a bounce today, but actually, let's see what's going on with traditional market today. Here you go. Something I'm going to talk to you guys about. Trump saying Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. We're going to get to that story in a minute. I want to talk to you guys about that. But S&P 500 still not doing anything spectacular, trying to mount a recovery, having a hard time doing so. The Dow's down today. Again, very mixed signals in this market. Google found to hold illegal monopoly over online ad business. Wow, that's crazy, man. But Trump is saying, despite all these fears over these trade deals, Trump is saying, oh, we'll have a trade deal with China. We'll have one. Oh, we're going to have it. It's going to be big and frankly beautiful, actually. What he said, that's a quote. He's got to poise himself in a strong way, in a confident way, because he wants the market to come back. And part of the reason that you have the president coming out and saying what he's saying about Fed Chair Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. He put this out on True Social. The European Central Bank is expected to cut interest rates for the 7th time, and yet too late. He always has these nicknames. Too late, Jerome Powell of the Fed, who's always too late and wrong. Yesterday, issued a report, which was another and typical complete mess. Oil prices are down, groceries, even eggs, beautiful eggs. We love the eggs. We brought the eggs back. Chickens, we love chickens. Oil prices, eggs, they're all down, and the USA is getting rich on tariffs, the beautiful tariffs. Too late, should have, too late, Fed Chair, that's what I call him. Too late, Jerome. Should have lowered interest rates like the ECB long ago, and should certainly lower them now. Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. Saying this one day after this headline came out, Fed Chair Powell gives the starkest warning yet on potential economic consequences following tariffs. Here you go is a poll on CNN Business. Think the economy is getting worse? In November, 42% the economy was getting worse. In February, 49% said it was getting worse. March, 51. Now 53% say it's getting worse. That's what they think. There's a lot of fear over tariffs, okay? Now, the Fed came out and said a lot yesterday. These are fundamental policy changes. Powell said that at an event hosted by the Economic Club of Chicago, there isn't a model experience of how to think about this. In other words, the Fed doesn't even know what to do. He just has no idea what to do next. One sec, guys. Okay. Having a couple tech issues today. Mouse is dying of batteries. Everything is dying of batteries right now. I might lose the chat here in a bit. We'll come back. We'll circle back to the chat. Powell said that the level of tariff increases now so far is significantly larger than anticipated, and that the lingering uncertainty around tariffs could inflict lasting economic damage. That's bold. With Trump's tariffs putting the economy on a path towards weaker growth, higher unemployment, and faster inflation at the same time, the Fed is also facing a situation it hasn't dealt with in about half a century. Now, keep in mind, this is CNN reporting on Donald Trump, and you know how that goes, guys. I mean, left, right, they always attack the other side of the aisle, right? We may find ourselves in a challenging scenario in which our dual mandate goals are in tension, stoking stagflation fears. Fear. That's what's going on right now. So, do you think Donald Trump likes that under his presidency? No, of course they don't like it. Of course his administration doesn't like it. BSS, we might need to talk about my compensation after all these spam. Appreciate you, BSS. Compensation of information. That's what we got. And everlasting grind in producing this content. So I hope you dig it. Welcome back, Miller Frank. This is what's going on right now. A lot of conjecture with the Fed, with the fears. Not too good. Let's look at Coinbase's comments. Here's an interesting little report. Crypto market slumps 41%, but Coinbase sees a Q3 comeback. Now, I looked at this and I said, well, that's great. Then I kind of started digging into it a little bit more. Here's another take on it. Here's another headline. Coinbase warns a potential new crypto winter as market signals turn bearish. Deteriorating sentiment may usher a new bear cycle, but remains cautiously optimistic about potential in the third quarter. Now, a bearish moment and a bear cycle are two different things. I don't know if Coinbase is mixing up its definition, but when I think of a bear cycle, I think of a full-fledged bear market which lasts for, 400 days. Okay? I don't know if we're going to get that, but if we did, it would be crazy to get that right now. That would mean that the bull market had ended and then restarted. I don't know if I can get behind that, but what I can get behind is the idea of a potential rebound in the third quarter. Again, that is when I think the end of the bull market would hypothetically be. Some people are now saying that the bull market's going to continue on way past that. Sure, maybe it will. But what we have is a history of this asset class to go on. And in the meantime, Coinbase is stoking some fears. The Fed is stoking fears. Things are a little bit bearish. Guys, like I've been telling you, we might get more discounts. Crypto stocks enter a new phase of trade war. These tensions are rising. Yeah, we have a 90-day pause, and yeah, we're in negotiations with 14 of our major trading partners out of the 15, China being the one outlying person. Not to say that all those tariffs are going to be canceled, but maybe some of them will. Maybe some of them will put it in negotiation. I think that it's a little irresponsible of the Fed to be saying that Trump's policies and the tariffs are setting us up for long-term economic damage. I think that that's a pretty pessimistic view, and I think that that's a little too political of a statement maybe for the Fed to say. He could say that we're uncertain, but the language being used recently by the Fed, makes me wonder what his intentions are. It is weird that the European Central Bank is cutting rates and we're not. That being said, inflation is certainly not getting better, and we don't want to risk hyperinflation. So it's not a cut and dry thing, but it is a thing. It is a thing, guys. But I wonder, do you guys agree with this? Do you think that the Fed should be punished? Do you think that the president should cancel the Fed? Do you think he should fire Fed Chair Jerome Powell? Do you think he should have the power to do that? Does he have the power to do that? I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does. How about that Coinbase rug? Yeah, I didn't really follow that story, but let's check it out. A Memecoin incident on Base sparked controversy after a token called Base is for Everyone reached a $17 million market cap before crashing nearly 90% in 20 minutes. It happens all the time. Jesse Polak, I defended the idea of tokenized content as a part of Web3's future, but acknowledged the need for clear boundaries between official and user-generated actions. So, Base, when the biggest blockchain rug pulled. It's not the biggest blockchain. What? The incident began on April 16 when the official Base account posted on X a simple or create message. Base is for everyone. The format also allows users to mint interactive content as NFTs on Sora. Unexpectedly, immediately after the post went live, a meme coin with the same name was automatically launched, triggering a chain reaction amongst retail investors. Within minutes, the token Base for Everyone started trading actively on the Base network. Shot up, shot down. 20 minutes later, it plummeted 90%. Have people learned their lessons? Why are you jumping on the next thing, folks? It's time to stop doing that. There's a certain point where it's the boy who cried wolf, and I feel bad anybody gets hurt by these things, and it's usually new, inexperienced people. But if you're an experienced person and you're getting hurt by these things, well, then you know what you're doing. You're playing with fire, and we shouldn't play with fire. Don't surrender your capital to a silly coin that's launched out of nowhere, which nobody's going to care about in 10 seconds. Tokenized content is the future. Maybe. we're moving toward a world where every post, every video, every meme can have real financial value. So what, am I going to tokenize my YouTube videos? I don't know. Maybe. We can tokenize everything. Tokenize my iPhone case. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Don't get caught up in this mess of silly rug pull scams. It happens all the time. Nobody's immune to it. Then you got snipers that come in, and even if it's a good launch, you can still get corrupted by folks that get in with big bags quick. So, anyway, very interesting story there that I want to share with you guys. Here's an interesting story. What comes next? Part of the thumbnail there. Major grocery store surprises customers with new checkout system. The Dutch multinational retail chain Spar is reportedly testing crypto payment options in Switzerland. Oh, pretty cool. They're not testing Bitcoin and Lightning payments in Switzerland. They have 13,000 stores across 48 countries. That's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal. Now, if you've been paying attention to what I've been talking about, I'm not really that interested in paying for my groceries with Bitcoin, but my Bitcoin profits, sure, my crypto profits, absolutely. Still cool, still headed in the right direction. Again, China's National Strategic Reserve, US National Strategic Reserve, paying with crypto and grocery stores. Don't you see where we're headed, guys? We're headed in the right direction, okay? In terms of liquidations, we have less liquidations today, which is nice. We like less liquidations, folks. A lot of volatility still. Great for trading. You want to do some trading, you can sign up for Blowfin using our link. Got a pin in the comment section, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus when you sign up using our link. Check it out if you want to. Cointelegraph. Did I just hear something? Project 11 is offering 1 Bitcoin to whoever cracks the longest Bitcoin key. This is a very interesting story that I want to share with you guys. So again, what comes next? Are quantum computers about to crack Bitcoin and ruin it forever? No, I don't think so. But Project 11 is making sure that that's not the case, or seeing if that is the case. Project 11, the company, is offering, quantum researchers offering 1 Bitcoin to whoever cracks the biggest toy version of a Bitcoin key using Shor's algorithm on a quantum computer. Pretty cool, pretty big prize. The mission to protect 6 million Bitcoin over $500 billion, because the reality is more than 6 million Bitcoin worth around $500 billion could be at risk if quantum computers became powerful enough to crack the elliptic curve cryptography keys, says Project 11. 10 million plus addresses have exposed public keys. Quantum computing is steadily progressing, but is it a real threat to the industry? Well, they're going to find out. Very, very interesting story. Microsoft, Google, and now Amazon have revealed that they are investing massive resources in developing quantum computing. So don't let Microsoft, Google, and Amazon hack your crypto. Let's get some research in there to protect from quantum computing. In terms of rate cuts, we did have some new economic data come out. So for, I think these are jobs claims. These numbers, not good numbers for rate cuts. That's what you need to know. More economic data came out, and it's not looking great for rate cuts specifically. Actual, estimated, not so good. Not so good. Prior, so it's dropping. Not looking good. If you look at May, there's a 90% chance we're not going to get a rate cut. If you look at June, we still do have a chance of a rate cut at 60%, but it's not looking great. Sorry, guys. I had to make sure we still had the screen going. Not looking great. Odds are kind of coming up that we're not going to get a rate cut in June now. And even in July, there's, kind of increasing chances that we're, not too bad. It's still looking at a rate cut in July. And this kind of lines up with, what we've been saying, which is it's the Fed rate cuts and the tariff thing. If we can kind of get that away, we can get a pump in the market. Coinbase is saying Q3, they're looking for a pump. Why? Well, it's kind of the same reason we've been talking about here. So just interesting to hear it coming from Coinbase and them using language about like a crypto winter. I don't love it, but I understand where they're coming from. I do understand where they're coming from, folks. All right, so let's look at some charts. Let's look at some charts, guys. So again, total market cap. We got 3 days, 7 hours left on the weekly time frame. This is the most important candle that we have until the next one. You like that? We want to see this close green to get a bounce. If this closes red, okay, we're probably looking at a sharper decline like Coinbase is predicting, like I've been predicting. I've been telling you guys for a while. Don't be surprised if we revisit 71K or 65K. 65K, of course, being our 2021 previous highs. Remain cautious. Remain aware, guys. Stay vigilant. Okay? As for Crow, struggling, maybe getting a bounce. Probably not if crypto keeps coming down. XRP turning red on the weekly candle. $2 is critical support if we lose it. Could be slipping lower. Bitcoin dominance still shooting higher. Could come up to 72%. Is this all making sense to you guys? I really, really hope that it is. I hope that it's making sense to you guys. I really, really hope that it makes sense to you guys. What else is going on, folks? What else is going on? Skynet is here. Can bonk 20x? I'm not going to say it's impossible, but I definitely wouldn't be focused on bonk 20xing right now. Daryl Young agrees with me. The new shiny thing, jump on it, rug pull, rinse, and repeat. Yeah, I mean, don't do that, guys. Don't jump on the newest, absolute newest thing. If you are going to jump in, you got to jump in, jump out. And you got to be prepared when you're playing with fire. Something new, there's no history to it. That was the argument against Bitcoin early on. But Bitcoin's now aged. Not like gold, but it's still aged quite a bit. It's secure. You know, Solana, it's aged. It's here. Ethereum's here. It's a little lame. It's a little expensive, but it's here and it's looking good. Yeah, I mean, it's a shame. There's a lot of politicization and everything going on right now, and it's just sad. And yeah. Daryl says, I'm betting once we figure out quantum computing on a large scale, people will use it to try and mine some of Satoshi's coins. That would be pretty cool. Maybe. I don't know if that is cool, because if bad people are mining his coin, you don't. No, because if they can mine his coins, they can mine your coins. You don't want that. You don't want that, Daryl. Take it back, Daryl. Take it back, Daryl. You don't want that. That wouldn't be a good thing. Because what's to stop them if they can mine some of the coins? And what do they mine all? Once a Bitcoin's mine, it's mine. That's the way I want it. That's the only way I want it. DPFX, regarding the Fed getting abolished or the Fed Chair Jerome Powell getting fired. You're fired. It requires an act of Congress and the Senate, though, for the president to have him removed. Well, if that's the case, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We have to be tough. What else we got? Oh, his term expires. And so wait, so Fed chair is done in May of 2026. Well, then there you go. Maybe that'll be good. Maybe that'll be good. Maybe it's not good. Maybe Fed's doing a great job. It's he said, she said. That's what we were always playing this game of he said, she said, and who's right and who's wrong. And then everybody spins it and it's gross. And I don't like it. Raycon says, bet Germany felt dumb getting rid of that BTC they seized a while back. Now that China will use it as a reserve. Yeah, I bet they do. I bet they do feel silly. Marty says, aren't we a few hours away from Crow unburning its first 1.7 billion? I think we are. And the price is actually holding up pretty decent. even though that's going on. Yeah, they're just going to be unburning things for a really long time. Really long time. A lot of tokens to unburn. 1.7 billion of the 70 billion. That's a lot of unburns ahead. Meanwhile, Binance just burned $90 million worth of their token. It's tough. It's a tough story. Though I'm still bullish on crypto.com and Crow. I really am. I really am. Daryl's, talking about the quantum resistant addresses. Look, everybody should protect their Bitcoin and everybody should move to a wallet that's safe. Old addresses under risk. Well, those old addresses better move their money. Hopefully Satoshi's still alive and he can move his money too, because we do not want him to lose any of his Bitcoin. In fact, we'd wish he just burned it. Raycon says, my city's going haywire. Like your real city or your main city? Is that what you're talking about? DPFX says, when the Fed has become a political entity, that's the time when they need to be reprimanded. Well, yeah, maybe we're there. I don't know. I am curious. What do you guys think? I'm curious what you guys think. My worry about this, Marty says his worry. So Crow coin, for those of you guys that don't know, CRO, a coin that I like a lot. And by the way, smash the like button, guys, if you're watching. Crow coin has the 70 billion token on burn. It's 200% supply increase. It's crazy. My worry about the 1.7 billion is that the Crow seems to move now with Lion, which it did not do today. No, it's not. They're not, Don't worry about the Lion. The Lion token has nothing to do with crypto.com success, okay? It's a meme. Call it what you will, but it is a meme. So, yeah. How much do I know about Bradford, UK, not USA? I know nothing. Educate me, Ray. I'll give you a minute. Armin Clark says, crazy how the users pay for Cronos upgrade. Crazy how the users pay for Cronos upgrade, not crypto.com profits. Embarrassing. Yeah, a lot of people don't like that. What the heck? Oh, never mind. Yeah, a lot of people don't like that. I don't really like it either. But again, crypto.com is still a very successful company. And historically, anybody who's bet against crypto.com has been wrong. Remember when CoffeeZilla did his hit piece on it? Now they're the largest exchange in North America. Armin's got good amount of Crow though. So hey, me too. Hang in there. You need an altcoin season, folks. Whether you're holding Crow or Cardano or Solana, you need an altcoin season. I think we'll get one. Ray just explained it. He says it's not good. It's not good. You know about this city? He says it's not good. Sorry to hear that, bro. Oh my gosh, isn't that coffee guy getting harassed by himself via AI model of him? No, I don't know. That's hilarious. If so, I think that's very funny. All right, guys. Unfortunately, it's a late stream and it's a short stream today. I'll make it up to you tomorrow, guys. Got a lot more work I got to do today, but I did want to do a stream for you. Get it done, get it out there. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Smash a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to do some trading, I think this is a great time for trading with this volatility we have. Chop, up, down. If you want to sign up for Blowfin, check out the link in the description down below, up to a $5,000 deposit bonus, and you sign up using our link. Again, tap that like button. I'll see you next time, guys. All love to you, to your families. See you in the next one. Peace, guys.